Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys. 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support is very much appreciated. And in this video we are taking a look at the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Retro Wave 2 Hobgoblin figure, the very much anticipated re-release of Hobgoblin. So straight away out of the box, this is how the figure looks. What we get is his glider, not completely screen accurate, but we get his glider. We also get his satchel in a nice kind of purple. I'll just point out as well, there's a nice little bit of metallic detail in there on the buckle, which is a nice little touch. And we also get his pumpkin bomb, which has got a nice bit of detail in here, the green detailing on the face and the flames as well. Got so many of these little bombs now because of all the various goblins. So let's jump straight in and look at the figure. Now, colour-wise, he matches up to the animated Spider-Man look almost perfectly. It's got that kind of blue and yellow and orange tone, and he looks like he's right out of the comic, out of the cartoon, based on the colour scheme. Something I noticed when I was having a little play around as well is that you can actually pop the hood off. Hang on, let me take the head off, which I've not been able to do with my previous Hobgoblin figures, but you can actually just pull the chin strap from underneath his chin, and his head just comes out of the hood quite easily. And there's no markings at all. It is a nice sculpted head, and you can just pop that back on as well. But it just looks a bit weird. I've not seen Hobgoblin without his hood on, but there's an option there. Just thought I'd point that out because when I was having a look, that's what I discovered. Now, my biggest disappointment are the boots. I'm not going to lie, they're not Hobgoblin boots, they're just your standard boots, and I have no idea how they are supposed to fit onto the glider. One of the things about the Goblin figures is they've got really nice sculpted kind of Goblin boots with those turned up toes, and for some reason this Hobgoblin has just got your standard kind of Bucky boot, which is a real shame. I cannot for the life of me, if there is a way of doing it that I've not got my head around, please put it in the comments below, but for the life of me I can't figure out how he's supposed to stand on that glider, because with previous Goblins you kind of like sort of tuck the toe in, and I'll tell you what, when I bring it out I'll show you and you can just have a look at how it works. But yeah, that's probably my biggest disappointment. The actual body, the head, the hood, the belt, the satchel are all exactly the same as the previous Goblin. The only difference is the actual legs, the gloves, and the boots. They're the big change on this particular retro version. Let me grab that Goblin so you can just have a look. There we go. Now this is the very sought after Goblin that came out previously a few years back. You can see straight away that the gloves and the boots are very different. And more distinctively, this one has the kind of scale chainmail look to it as well that you've seen on things like the Green Goblin and things like Black Knight and stuff. It's been used quite a few times, and I don't for the life of me know why they haven't used it on this retro Goblin. I'm sure there was an argument somewhere about it making it look more kind of sleek, but that doesn't quite hold up, because when they released the retro Green Goblin last year in Wave 1, he had that scaling chainmail kind of look. They used that on the retro Green Goblin, so I don't know why they've not used it on the retro Hobgoblin, because what really jars with me now is you put the Green Goblin next to the Hobgoblin and they look completely different. They're not the same outfit. The pumpkin bombs here, you can see there's quite a bit of difference as well, and I do actually prefer the retro pumpkin bomb with the green detailing. The one that came with the original Hobgoblin is pretty much just all one colour. So you can see what it is, but I do prefer the one with a little bit of green detailing, and it is slightly different to the one that we got with Green Goblin in Wave 1. So I don't want to say I'm disappointed, because I'm not disappointed. I love the colouring of this retro Hobgoblin. Let me just show you. See, this is what I was saying about the boots. The toe kind of just tucks under that little bracket there, and it holds on. So you can just kind of wedge the foot in and it sticks. You see, I've got one foot in there and it's holding it on, whereas the new retro Goblin doesn't. As I said, I don't want to say I'm disappointed, because I'm not disappointed. The colouring on it is fantastic. However, it's the weakest figure of the wave, which is a real shame, because I think it was the most anticipated. People have been dying to get a Hobgoblin re-release because he's such a popular character. Even more so with the whole MCU kind of hinting towards Hobgoblin making an appearance at some point. But yeah, I don't understand why they made such big changes. I mean, they could have literally just repainted the version that we had in the retro colours and everyone would have gone crazy. But actually comparing these two next to each other, one looks like a really good Marvel Legends figure and one looks like a slightly cheaper alternative. So yeah, I don't know really. Retro Goblin, not as good as the other figures in the wave, unfortunately. However, with that said, if you haven't got a Hobgoblin in your collection already, you can pick this guy up and he would work perfectly fine as a Hobgoblin. Ticks all of the boxes, but just compared to his predecessor, I don't think he really holds up. That's it for the 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. Do check out my channel for the other retro Spider-Man Wave 2 figure reviews. Till next time.